Pollock over the wicket now to the new man, Shiv Sundar Das, and a shout first ball.
High in the air, that's going to fall safe. Well, was that 6 or was it 4? It was very, very close to the ropes. It was very well struck. Nicky Boyer is signalling 4. And I would back Nicky Boyer's word.
Yes, I think it dropped just a little bit short of the boundary rope over there. Short, sent to position very quickly. I don't think he got hold of it because he was trying to scoop it away. There it is, I think it is well inside the boundary rope.
Gone! Cuts it straight to second slip. Pollock the bowler, Krishna the catcher. And India now 52 for 2.
That is a poor shot. That is a very, very poor shot. He's trying to poke at it, the ball just a little too close to him. Little extra bounce as well. That is what defeated that intended glide to third man. Pollock very happy. He's got Das for 2. And India are 52 for 2.
Right on!
This is only his second one-day international for Shiv Sundar Das.
On the up, and what a shot. Sachin Tendulkar at his best.
They need Sachin Tendulkar to fire. He's played it on the up. It's a good pitch to play this kind of a shot. Lovely bounce there. Just the right height.
57 for 2. 34 to Tendulkar. The cut shot, he plays beautifully. He timed that superbly. There wasn't too much effort in. It had width. He just rolled the wrists.
That is very well played. Look at the way he's rolled his wrists on top of the ball. Make sure that the ball was hit along the ground. At the back of the mind will be the thought that there is Jumpty Rhodes lurking there at backward point, so he'd got to hit it finer. It's an excellent shot. 61 for 2.
Not only the single, there is a man in the deep, and what they've done is that they've altered their length as compared to the game of the Wanderers, where they were too much on the shorter side. Plenty of shots hit off the back foot. That's in the air, straight to third man. Tendulkar has found the fielder in the deep. South Africa have struck. Ntini getting his man, and India have lost a very important wicket.
Well, they've worked hard for that out of South Africa. They've strangled the run rate, kept it down, not given any boundaries. The right shot, it's wide and short, he's clipped it well, he's just actually hit it too well. It's carried very high and become in the end quite a straightforward catch, not difficult at all. Unfortunate that, because it wasn't a bad shot. You say it's a bad shot because he got out, but basically
Yuvraj Singh comes out to the middle, averaging 24.6, but he's a much more talented player than that. The balance of the game now is definitely tilted in South Africa's favour.
now, I've seen this lad Yuvraj Singh, not as much as you, I've seen him play 1 or 2 nice shots.
And that's a lovely shot from Dravid. He's done well to beat that man in the deep. And a boundary there to end the over.
Oh! What was that? Straight in and out. You don't see that too often. Now, the last time he dropped a catch like that... Oh, that's Nicky Boyer, isn't it? Oh.
Herschel Gibbs, the culprit.
I thought it was Gibbs. That's why I said the last time he dropped one like that, he was told he dropped the World Cup.
Sometimes at mid-on, difficult to pick up whether the ball's going to drop short, whether it's coming, the pace that it's coming to you.
Another one. Is the South African in the field then? It's a tough one. He's going the wrong way though, to be honest. Went to his left. And Rahul Dravid must think Diwali has come early.
Another sharp chance, but the South Africans are so used to setting high standards for themselves. Not quite in the centre of the palm of the hand, so as his elbow hit the ground, the momentum forced the ball out of his hand, or out of his fingertips.
Ntini. That's superbly struck. It'll go all the way, it does. Just wide of the fielder. Ever so often Rahul Dravid comes up and plays these lovely shots. Mackenzie's a good fielder, so it must have been a good shot to beat him.
You'll see he's into position pretty early. You have to be able to swivel to play that shot effectively.
Good morning, Yuvraj Singh. Jonty enjoyed that, didn't he? Really enjoyed that. Yuvraj Singh would have heard a lot about Jonty Rhodes, but he was trembling at the non-striker's end. See, that's the fun about being Jonty Rhodes, isn't it? He seems to enjoy it so much.
Well, that's his philosophy. On occasions I've heard him talk at dinners or to schools. He always talks about how you have to enjoy what you're doing, otherwise no one's going to enjoy watching you do it.
Look how quickly he gets up. That is a secret. Any of you watching this? Yuvraj's looking at him as if to say, which planet have you come from?
You were talking about it earlier. It's no doubt the South African fielders make the South African bowlers look better perhaps than they are on occasions.
Makayantini. It's a very significant run for Rahul Dravid. He's just gone to 5,000 runs in one-day international cricket. That might go, it will. One bounce for 4.
There's the odd occasion when he does just that, and that's when mistakes can creep in. You take your eye off the ball at the last second.
Latched onto that very quickly. Slow one was telegraphed, and that's gone for 4. That's a superb shot. Had to beat the man inside the circle, and he did. And we've already seen 2 examples of why these Indians are good players of spin bowling. Shortens the length so beautifully.
Yes, using your feet is not all about charging down the pitch, it's also going back. And as soon as you've picked the length, the delivery.
That's a cracking shot. That's beautifully executed. Got into position so quickly, Yuvraj.
Lance Klusener, no real pace, and he's pitched it short. You could have hit it with a walking stick and just put it away in style.
That will allow them to propel the score to around 250. That's gone all the way. Superb timing from Yuvraj. That's what I mean. He has the ability to play the big shots. That was short, but it still had to be put away. That would suit his kind of play. Tall man, gets stuck into that one. That's a good positive blow. Mid-off was up, and Yuvraj Singh freeing his arms and finding the boundary. Tremendous shot to end the last over. Shots like this that will take a lot of pressure off Rahul Dravid. Yuvraj Singh has reached 35 with just 39 balls. And he picks this one well. It's the off-cutter, a little slower in the air. And he's offered the full face of the blade and banging it over mid-off.
Picked the line very early, Yuvraj Singh, and hit it on the up. It's one of those known to take the aerial route time and again. Totally in control.
That's a fine shot. Just punched down the ground. And Dravid should get 3. Giving him the charge. Still adjusting when Klusener pushed it short.
It's a premeditated shot from Rahul Dravid. Before the bowler had delivered that, he was down the wicket charging. Klusener, as wily as a fox, checked that delivery, pitched it short, surprised Dravid, but in the end he managed to keep it down.
He's got that fine. He will find the boundary, just straying in line, Andrenel. And Dravid onto it in a flash. all Dravid had to do was to get some bat on it.
It's not all about power. That occasion, Dravid just a deft touch onto that ball, just utilizing the pace of the bowler to get that boundary.
That's more the line he'll be looking to bowl. He's got a packed offside field.
Doesn't matter how they come, as long as runs are coming.
He's played that shot well. Does get himself into a good position to work it away on the onside. That single bringing up his half century.
A lot of responsibility. He's really shouldered. He's guided Yuvraj Singh to play the innings that he has played. For the second, this could really spell doomsday for Yuvraj. Lucky to survive.
Now this is the last ball of the previous over. Almost was a mix-up and a direct hit. Might well have had Yuvraj in trouble. Sent back. He would have been in trouble.
That'll be 4. Cut it hard, nobody moved. Fielder's there for the cut shot that he might play in the air. It's man at point 1 at backward point, almost a deep gully.
These few shots that we now see him from the India batsman have come about because Nicky Boye has given them that bit of momentum. 19 runs was it off 2 overs when they were struggling to get 4 and over, weren't they? Mistake by Sean Pollock. I think that's out, isn't it? I think that's out. Well, Dravid's standing, but I think he's pulled a good length ball and he's straight at Lance Kuzner and caught cleanly low down. I don't know why, he's very puzzled, is Rahul Dravid. He thinks that bounced, I think. But this is where you see, you know, television should tell you that, shouldn't it? Television should tell us here.
Oh, you'll need to see another angle to that though, because you couldn't tell on that one, but Yuvraj Singh looked disappointed at the decision, and Rahul Dravid waited. Sean Pollock said, "You're out, off you go." I don't know why you're waiting. There you go.
He shouldn't be doing that. It's not his job to put the finger up.
Jeffrey Boycott was... Oh, he's had 2 questionable shots already, has Sehwag.
That's out. Oh, we don't need any replays for that. We'll probably get one, but that's out. That seems just a quick full ball. My impression is he didn't use his feet. He didn't move his feet. He got stuck in the crease and played just down the wrong line. I'll be very surprised if that isn't what happened. And then to get out like this, he's irritating. Look, he's not really moved anything. Front foot's got hardly anywhere, and the whole stumps have gone over from what is a quickie straight, well-pitched up ball. 167 for 5.
That'll be 4. They stunned the ball sweetly, just wide of the fielder.
A lovely shot using the pace of the ball, hitting it behind square, letting it come on a little more, played a little later, a little risky.
11 overs to play. India 172 for 5. Ganguly 24. Dravid looking very good on 54. And then Yuvraj out for 42. 4. Just wide. Mark Boucher went for it, but that ball was flying. It was a fairly quick ball from Makayantini. That's a better shot. That, in fact, is a very nice shot. On this outfield, that's going to go.
But it was nicely put away. There's a proper cricket shot there, just timed it, let the ball come close to him.
First ball in international cricket. Doing pretty well as well, so is Ram Prakash. It's not a bad shot at all. He's flat batted it. Straight back past the bowler for 4. That's not a bad shot at all.
Anything short or well pitched up, get some wood on it, give it a whack.
Just a single. They don't take the second. 188 for 5. That's gone a long way. That's into the stands for 6. Welcome back. It's just a different culture, I think. India's batsmen very happy to go down the track. It's almost as if they've got a new serving of Karakan in front of them. You don't know what it is, but it's a sweet, Jeffrey. It's something you look forward to. This really is food and drink. Really is. That's another boundary.
I know this much, that any captain that bowls Nicky Boye on this pitch wants his head tested. They lack experience. That's beautifully played. I thought that was gorgeously played. Nice feeling, but he just opened the face there very cleverly. Just let it run off as if it was slip catching practice, but there's nobody there to catch it, so it's run. Oh, that's out. That's just a wild slog. I didn't like that at all. That was a shame, that. It wasn't a ball to be hitting, and if it had hit with the off-cut, he would have probably hauled out at long on anyhow. There was a man out there. That ball's not pitched up by a long way. Well, that's a shame, that. 204 for 6.
Ajit Agarkar is the new batsman with 7 overs to play. He's averaging 16, but he's easily the quickest Indian runner between the wickets, and that will come in handy here.
Well, that's going to clear the inner ring. That's going to land in no man's land, and it'll bring Gurinder 2 runs. Not sure how measured that was, but he's got away with it.
Well, that's the kind of batting that India will need. Virender Sehwag playing it over the top. He knew that the fielder was in the circle at mid-off. There was a long on, so that shot was always on. All that he had to make sure was that it didn't go too high, because then it would allow the fielders to get under it.
Repeated it, but this time straight into the hands of Makaya Ntini at mid-off. And that is a big blow for India. Sehwag departs, and India are now 208 for 7.
Yes, I think it's a much slower delivery. Didn't quite bowl it as a slow off-cutter, but it didn't release it with the seam up. Simple catch to Ntini. Virender Sehwag, after playing a good hand of 33, is out. India 208 for 7.
Harbhajan Singh is the new man in for India. The best score of 46 against Australia last year. He's 21 years of age. Has a reputation of being something of a hitter in the last few overs of a match. And he's gone. Klusner strikes again. And Agarkar is the man out for 1. That is disappointing, and India are losing wickets at a rate of knots.
They wanted, they've lost 3 wickets in consecutive overs. Once again, this is a little too close to play the cut shot. He's just come into bat. Very difficult when you've come into bat to play the horizontal bat or angle bat shots. Try and play as straight as possible. Agarkar didn't have that many overs to do so. 208 for 8.
Anil Kumble coming at 10 for India. 30 years of age, and a lot of cricket. 209 one-day internationals. And India are 208 for 8. Klusner is on a hat-trick. Bowling now to Kumble. No hat-trick. Wide of the crease that time, Klusner. And the angle gives Harbhajan a chance. Oh, could be a mix-up here. Now, and Harbhajan collects a 4. It was the wicket of Harbhajan Singh, and that is out plumb. Last man in, Javagal Srinath, Pollock. And Javagal Srinath squeezes 1 out, and they go back for a second. And that's useful running. 233 for 9.
Having a full swing of the bat rather than trying to just nudge the ball away.
Well, he went right across the stumps, and he's gone. That is 200th wicket in international one-day cricket, and Sean Pollock has played the captain's role for South Africa. And Sean Pollock has put in a masterful bowling performance.
Slower delivery. Javagal Srinath didn't quite pick it up, but what a lovely catch this by Jack Hullis, jumping at just the right moment to pull the ball down. Javagal Srinath out for 2, India all out for 233 with an over and 2 deliveries to spare. Sean Pollock lost the toss, but he's brought back the South African team. Been some good performances from the Indian team, but I think they will agree in the dressing room that
Top score there from Rahul Dravid, 54. Had to work hard for those runs, and India had to work hard for their runs at Centurion. They all got starts apart from Das, but no one went on to make the big score, 233. But again, getting bowled out before the 50 overs were up. South Africa's bowlers led by Pollock. Wonderful spell of bowling from the South African captain. 5 for 37 in 9.5. Nell, 1 for 49 and 10. Plenty of fire from him. Callis, none for 42. And Teeny.
Thank you, Harsha. So the South African innings about to commence. 234 the target. The pressure will be on the Indians in the first 10 overs because that's where they lost out in the game at the Wanderers. Javagal Srinath will start the proceedings. And on strike, Gary Kirsten. Kirsten, definitely the man in form. In fact, both these players have got a lot of runs of late. There's no Venkatesh Prasad in this game, so Ajit Agarkar will share the new ball with Srinath. That's taken. That's a fine delivery. Agarkar strikes, gets a little bit of light swing, opens up Herschel Gibbs, and India have drawn first blood.
that is a top delivery. That is just the delivery an opening batsman doesn't want to face early in his innings. See that it's straight all the way through, no movement there, just a little bit of movement after pitching. Herschel Gibbs thought that he could work it away to the onside, to the leg side, to square leg. Gets a thick outside edge, Virendra Sehwag completing the catch. That's a big blow struck by Agarkar. 5 for 1.
So Jack Cullis comes out to the middle. India have taken an early wicket. Ajit Agarkar striking with his second delivery. Cullis off the mark straight away. What must be encouraging for Agarkar is that he's getting a little bit of swing away from the right-handers. That's chipped away on the onside, and Cullis will get 4.
It is not much of an effort to do that.
Shouts of catch it here, wide signal by the umpire. Well, obviously there must have been some noise for the Indians to go up. That's good shot. He's timed it nicely and punched it down the ground.
Gary Kirsten leaning into the drive very nicely. It was pitched up there for the drive.
And the other option could be Saurav Ganguly bowling himself. I doubt he'll take that chance in the first 15. He's not strongly built, Ajit Agarkar, but he has a good wrist action. And that's the reason why he generates the pace. That's a lovely shot. No need to run for it. The placement is spot on, so is the timing.
This is such a good wicket to bat on, as are most pitches in South Africa. Just a little short there, but that's enough because he's such a tall man to be able to move on to the back foot. The ball comes on at a comfortable height for the tall Cullis and is smashed it away to the boundary.
And again, he's found the gap once more. The result will be the same. Consecutive boundaries for Cullis. And the South Africans get a move on.
A similar delivery, similar shot. Matched. This one also timed very well, but it gave the fielder just a little bit of hope that he might be able to cut it off. Didn't happen that way.
Slower delivery, he adjusted well, Cullis. Sloppy piece of fielding will allow Cullis to come back for the second. For ball. That's a tremendous shot from Cullis.
So the previous over from Srinath, which was such a tight over, nullified with those 3 boundaries of the Agarkar over.
That will be for the width offered for Kirsten for the first time, and he's put it away.
Giving Gary Kirsten ample width. Look at the free movement of the arms there. The previous few deliveries, he's tucked him up. Now there he has ample room to swing his arms.
And now Srinath deciding to come around the wicket to the left-hander. A little surprised why the Indians don't start off in that fashion straight away. Misunderstanding. Kirsten gets back.
Sehwag was very quick to come in from extra cover. Very, very quick. That's what caused the confusion in the minds of the batsman. There it is, a slow delivery. He's just tapped it. It's gone a little quicker than he expected. Sehwag very, very quick to come in. If it had hit, who knows? Kirsten would have been walking back.
That will be a wide. So 3 runs coming off that last over, 38 for 1. So 38 for 1, South Africa. No change in the bowling. Srinath will continue. In the commentary box now, Mike Proctor and Navjot Sidhu.
Thanks, Ravi. Bowled him! Round the wicket, he's chopped it on as Gary Kirsten. And India have taken their 2nd wicket, much to the joy of their supporters.
A huge bonus for the Indian side. Gary Kirsten, the danger man, the sheet anchor of the South African side, just playing that one on to the stumps. Great delivery. Going away, Gary Kirsten going for the cut, the ball too near his body. No real room, takes the inside edge and disturbs the timber. Kirsten departs. Score 38 for 2.
Neil Mackenzie, the new man in for South Africa, 25 years of age, his 31st match for his country. 350s, 100, averaging just over 34. Runs per 6 balls, just under 4, 120 not out, his best against Sri Lanka, East London, 2000-2001 season. And he comes in at a very, very interesting time.
In the heat of the battle, Neil Mackenzie. It'll be very interesting to see how he shapes against the spinners. At the moment, he's got to deal with some fiery bowling from Jawad Srinath.
Big appeal. Huge appeal by all and sundry. Umpire Brian Jerling is not interested. It looked a very awkward shot. Whether it was out or not, I have my doubts.
The Indians certainly believed that was out. Soon find out. I think that would have missed off stump by a whisker. Big boast, but a small roast.
High on the pad.
Oh, well ball.
And the next one, bang on target. Yeah, I think it was a tough call. Mackenzie on strike. Cut away, beautiful shot. Stand and deliver.
That certainly has blitzed away to the boundary. Neil Mackenzie on his toes on that occasion. Freed the arms, width for the asking. Clunk. The ball races away to the boundary. No real chance for anyone to really move. Blazing shot from Mackenzie. No cushion for the bowler. Four written all over it.
Slow delivery, and Mackenzie saw it very quickly. He's launched into it and hit it over the top of it off.
Slow delivery, picked early by Neil Mackenzie, got into position very early, didn't try to hit it too hard, just timed it to perfection. Pierced the two fielders, great shot, great anticipation, great control, hit on the up, not an easy shot to play. Sign of a man in control of the situation, in good form.
And pulled away. That's where Mackenzie's very strong indeed, hasn't gone all the way.
Retrieves the situation very well, Anil Kumble on his follow-through.
Hold him. The big shot by Mackenzie. And a very good over by Anil Kumble. He's deceived him a couple of times, and now he's got his just reward.
He's certainly been very susceptible against the spinners. He's got the preset mind to just sweep. Anil Kumble would have been far better off playing with the sound of timber. Mackenzie departs. The score 66 for 3. The Indians on a fight back.
The new man at the crease, Jonty Rhodes. A huge roar around the Supersport Park Stadium. Anil Kumble overpitched, driven through the covers. Beautiful shot by Jonty Rhodes. What a way to start off.
I think this is a good selection. He was pretty fiery with the new ball, and just is able to get a bit of movement through the air, and just comes onto the bat a little bit quicker than I think the batsmen expect. He's not a tall man, he's quite thin in stature.
The margin of error is so slight to Callis and to a player of his ability. That was just middle and leg, perhaps just streamed down.
Jacques Callis, while the wickets have been falling around him, he has played brilliantly. He hasn't had much of the strike of late, but he scored quickly, and he scored with orthodox cricket shots. No real risk. He's got his...
And that's one of the problems, Dave. Here, the outfield is so scoured with irrigation channels and various lines on it. End of the over, 15 overs gone, it's 72 for 3. He bowled a little bit short of the Wanderers on the Friday. Now then, they look for one, they're coming back for the second throw, it's got to be good. It's gone to the bowler's end. And Jacques Callis making his ground.
The value of Jonty Rhodes again, this time with bat in hand. No one else really would have got 2 for that. I always think he's averaging 33. If he had my speed, he'd only be averaging 15.
And note how he turned the right way, kept his eye on the ball all the time. And Jonty Rhodes is off at a rate of knots. Oh, it's a great stop. It's gone. Jonty Rhodes is gone. Kumble has struck a tremendous catch. Rahul Dravid with a catch, a smart catch as well. And South Africa are 4 down.
And the best thing about this dismissal was the catch. That flew off Jonty Rhodes' bat, and he took it as it was going past him. Kumble, when he gets his tail up, he becomes unplayable. Great start for Jonty Rhodes, but it didn't last.
Jonty Rhodes gone for 8, caught Dravid, bowled Kumble. We're in the 16th over. South Africa 76 for 4. Kumble to the new batsman, Sean Pollock. It's a no ball, and Kumble overstepping. It's a good shot. It's four for the South African captain.
It's quite obvious Pollock is determined to stay as positive as possible. Not easy, because sometimes Kumble just skids it on a little quicker than you imagine. Pollock is well positioned to play the shot to perfection.
Sean Pollock squeezed out a single there. 85 for 4. Just one way of tracking the South African reply. You can see the effect that the wickets have. When you take wickets at crucial moments, not only does it stop the run rate, but of course it brings new players to the crease, and it gives the fielding captain a chance to bring on a new bowler, which is why Harbhajan Singh's having a ball now. Oh, down the wicket he goes! And Kallis is gone. He fell for it, and Harbhajan Singh weaved his little magic, and that is the end of Kallis.
Well, and all of a sudden, Singh gets the ball to go away from the right-hander. He's meant to be bowling off spinners, remember? And Dasgupta does a good job. He catches the ball and takes the bails off. That's the most important thing with the stumping. Doesn't matter how far the batsman is down the pitch, you've still got to catch the ball.
Nicky Boyer is the new man at the crease for South Africa, who find themselves at 85 for 5. Harbhajan Singh to come round the wicket to the left-handed Boyer. Harbhajan on top. And Nicky Boyer off the mark. First ball. He won't get 4. They might look for a third though, and they're going back for a third. So Boyer off the mark straight away. It's 88 for 5. Well, it's a bad ball. Bad ball by Kumble, but he gets away with it. Harbhajan Singh, the fielder, just dragged that one down. Kumble. Oh, it's caught! Dropped it. It's dropped. Rahul Dravid, who normally has the safest pair of hands. Harbhajan Singh now, and it's gone through as well. It's all happening out there.
Behind square, and they'll pick up 2 quite easily, but always a dangerous shot to play against. A bowler gets bounced, and he's hitting against the turn as well. I just wonder if there's a hint of desperation in that shot.
Well, I think he's eyeing that vacant mid-wicket area. There is
big shout, and he's given him, yes, he has. Went in for the sweep, and I think you'll see, Sunny, this is the one you were talking about, one that goes the other way.
This has gone for the big one. He's hit on the back leg. 101 for 6.
Lance Klusener is the new man in. It's a very interesting batting lineup. This Mark Boucher still to come, and he's probably the most pedigreed of the lower order batsmen. Klusener averages 41. And a strike rate of 90 in the traditional format, where we measure 90 runs per 100 balls, 5.4 per 6 balls. He's got the ball in the gap, and that'll go all the way. Just getting to be a better and better day for Sean Pollock.
You don't really pay attention to Sean Pollock as an all-rounder, because there's a tendency to think of him mainly as a new ball bowler. He's a fine new ball bowler, one of the very best, but he's a very, very handy bat down the order as well.
That's a very close one. That's got to go. Missed the line completely, was bang in front, and Harbhajan Singh is now starting to cause ripples in that batting lineup. In fact, he's creating a fair bit of havoc at the moment.
Well, it deceived him. He deceived him because Sean Pollock was expecting the ball to turn, but this is the one that goes straight. This is the one that curves just a little bit away, right in front.
And that's where someone like Neil McKenzie, for example, fell short today. That's a lovely shot. So much punch, beautiful use of the wrist. Wonderful placement too. As soon as he saw that ball, he was looking to work it wide of mid-on. It's not an easy shot to play, but he's played it well, because you've got to play a bit across. There it is, he's played a bit across, but he's played it beautifully. Wide of the fielder at mid-on, a boundary all the way. 123 needed. They've got the batsmen in these two to get them close to the target. Ganguly now has to strike a very fine balance between attacking the batsman as well as trying to save runs. Here another man dropping back for Lance Klusner, dropping back to long off. He's a fearsome hitter when he puts bat to ball, like he has on this occasion. There's a man there. Now did his back foot touch the rope? He's taken two. The umpire is doing the right thing here. He's asking for the replay. The critical thing is, the ball actually left Anil Kumble for a while. Be interested to see if his foot might have brushed the rope while the ball was not in his hands. It is. Yes, he was trying to get the ball away. 3 for 15 so far. And a bit of an appeal from the wicketkeeper again. He's quite an enthusiastic young fellow.
Good subtle variations of pace. He settled down nicely, didn't try too much early on. Again, good timing from Boucher. We'll have to take another look. Just get the feeling it might be a boundary. Just signaled as too clearly a boundary.
At the same time, you want to get rid of some of your weak bowler. You don't want your weak bowler bowling at the end, do you? You know, you want 6 and over and the weak bowlers are bowling. So, it's awkward. See, I don't understand why you lap sweep. The modern day players, so many of them want to lap or sweep.
Klusner normally loves to have a go early on, come and announce himself to the opposition straight away. But he's batted very responsibly and sensibly so far.
He's got that away fine. Chase for Tendulkar. But the ball will win.
Different high-quality bowler. That was deliberately played. He tried to go inside out, might have gone a little finer than he wanted, but he deliberately tried to get back and ease it. I think they got used to the pace and everything. Got to change it, do something different, make them think about different things the bowler is bowling.
Plays that shot well, Boucher on the onside. He's already struck a couple of boundaries. Both these players, they know the required run rate is still under a run a ball, so they're quite happy to knock it around. So the 150 comes up for South Africa.
Now Ajit Agarkar.
Now, with this partnership blossoming, and the pressure could get back on the Indians. At the moment, they're a bit rattled. He's just adapted to the situation beautifully. Just picked the 1s and 2s. There's no doubt whatsoever they'll go back for the second. Great running between the wicket. Off the blocks in a flash, really as fleet as a gazelle. Lance Klusner, crowd love it. It's been a very appreciative crowd over here. We all know Lance Klusner has got this ability to really explode No real problem, just tucked it away, a neat little clip off the hips.
Gazelles are nice, delicate creatures. They'll be looking for two again. There's the gazelle.
Full marks.
Naya Intini is the new batsman. Coming in with South Africa 183 for 8. Great catch. There's a little bit of bat on that. Now what would you do here, Jeffrey? Would you just put a little fielder in there just to apply a little bit of pressure?
I think you've got to keep him on strike. I don't think he'll dare slog. I wonder if they dare bring another one up on the leg side. You want to keep Kluser off strike. You want to keep him away from the bowling.
The South African reply to India's 233 in the 50 overs. Kirsten 12, Gibbs 1, Callis 29, Mackenzie 21, Rhodes 8, Pollock 15, Boyer 9. Klusener is still there, the danger man, 38 not out. Boucher just gone for 38. Intini is with him. Anil Kumble now, he's bowled 9 overs, he's in his last.
Now they've got to save 2, they've got to save 2. Big, oh, he's got it. Well run.
That's very well run by Klusener. India desperate to keep Klusener at the non-striker's end.
The old Chinese cut here, play to cover, inside edge to fine leg. One of the better shots in the game to get your runs.
It's a bit short. Intini chops it away for 1. Harbhajan Singh, the man on the fence.
Now, big delivery, this last one. Can he keep Klusener on strike? Or are they even going to try and keep him on strike? Or are they going to just stay back, try and save the 2s, the 3s, the boundaries? I don't see too many people coming in to save a single. No, they're all staying back.
Oh, he's out! A tremendous blow by Virender Sehwag, and Intini goes. The woodwork is blown all over the place, and South Africa are 9 down.
Well, what a stupid shot that was, and yet everybody in India is saying, what a great shot. I mean, a slugger missing it, got to play for Klusener. Look at this. Wonderful side for the Indian team.
And this was the shot that Intini played.
No, I can't believe that. I mean, really, not the smartest thing I've ever seen with the destructive Klusener at the other end. 188 for 9.
Here's Sehwag to Andre Nel, the last man in for South Africa. It's nicely played. Intini should have played that. And now here's Ajit Agarkar. The big swing of the bat from Klusener. It's gone for 4. South Africa are not finished yet.
I don't think that's clever, that. I think you bowl the length, you let Klusener have to make the hits. In fact, really, you don't have to bowl Klusener out. You have to just bowl the length, let him take a single, try and cut off his boundaries.
There's that big gap which Klusener, and now Saurav Ganguly has plugged the gap. He's gone there himself. Or was that, no, that's Sehwag. Agarkar to Klusener. Oh, it's gone high and handsome, it's going to be a catch. Oh, it's a magnificent catch. And India have won an historic match here at Supersport Park, Centurion. Saurav Ganguly, the victorious captain.
See, all he did there, Agarkar, was bowl length. Make him have to hit a length ball. That's what he's tried to do. It's gone straight up in the air, and actually in the end, it's quite a nice catch. It should be straightforward, but you can see he only gets the fingertips there.
Yuvraj Singh with the catch.
But who the hell cares? He caught it. That's all that matters.
A wonderful moment for Ajit Agarkar. It's only the third time that India have beaten South Africa in South Africa, and the last time that South Africa lost a one-day international here was 1997. And this has been a tremendous performance by India.
It's a wonderful performance. All credit to them. They've given a far better performance than they did in Johannesburg.